Don't miss any content. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell.
Hey guys, welcome back to Sahara Football. I am your host, sellssi. Before I begin today's news, follow us on our other social media handles. Our Twitter was suspended, and I think it was a mistake. Football Sahara, if you were following the previous account, it has been suspended by Twitter. Unfortunate incident. It was a mix-up which we are trying to resolve. But in the meantime, follow us on Twitter over there. So I think down here, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, so down here you can see the full name there, and follow me on Twitter as well at QUALIFIER on Twitter, and all social media handles sellssi on Facebook as well. Follow us on all social media handles. So today we're going to talk about AFRIYIE ACQUAH. Now AFRIYIE ACQUAH has been called up into the Ghana Black Stars team. A late call up after I brought you the story yesterday of players not being able to make it. Harrison Afful being one of them, and also Jamie Levelick. AFRIYIE ACQUAH along with a young prodigy and a 20-year-old, a 17-year-old Bechem United player. They have been called up into the Ghana Black Stars team. Late call ups handed to them, and we'll be looking at the reasons why they have been called up, and we'll also be talking about the AFCON qualifiers 2021 Cameroon qualifiers, and CAF has listed out guidelines on how the games will be played. Match day 3 and 4 after match day 1 and 2 were played exactly a year ago in November. As usual, subscribe if you haven't. Click on the notification bell to get more updates. So the Ghana Black Stars will be taking on Sudan in a double header on match day 3 and 4 of the AFCON 2021 qualifiers, which is set to be hosted by Cameroon. Now the CAF, Confederation of African Football, had to wait for over a year before they could resume the qualifiers owing to the impact of COVID-19 across the continent. Now Ghana will be playing at the Cape Coast Sports Stadium, but reports yesterday came in that some few players would not be able to make it. One of them was Jamie Levelick, the other being Harrison Afful. Harrison Afful, the issue being that the coach or the club cannot allow or release him to go because of COVID-19 restrictions. If he comes back from playing for Ghana, he has to be quarantined for close to 10 days, and that means that he will miss some games, which will be detrimental to his club side, and they cannot afford to have that happen to him. And so AFRIYIE ACQUAH has been called in, given a late call up by coach ACQUAH. Turkey-based midfielder AFRIYIE ACQUAH has been named, handed a late call up into the Black Stars ahead of the double header with Sudan next week at the Cape Coast Sports Stadium. Now ACQUAH has been in superb form for his club side in Turkey, Yeti Malachi in the ongoing Turkish Superliga campaign, scoring 1 goal in 8 appearances. Make that 2. Last night he scored a second goal. Now despite his form, the hard-working defensive midfielder missed out on the spot on the national team when head coach AKONNOR named his 23-man squad for the upcoming international assignment. In fact, the 28-year-old has not received a call-up into the Black Stars in over a year, with his last appearance coming in the AFCON 2019 tournament, which was held in Egypt. And now since then, former coach Siapia did not include him at the African Cup of Nations qualifier game against South Africa and Sao Tome and Principe in November last year. The midfielder was not handed an invitation by AKONNOR in the friendlies in October between Mali and Qatar. He has, however, been handed a late invite to join the squad for the double header qualifiers against Sudan next week. And now ACQUAH has planted 1 goal in 36 games for the 4-time African champions, which is Ghana. And meanwhile, Ghana sits on top of Group C with 6 points, and will be looking to make that 12 points after this match day 3 and 4. So AFRIYIE ACQUAH, who last week I brought you a story on, was complaining about the lack of not being called up into the Black Stars despite his amazing form, and looking forward to being called up soon, has been called up. Well, it's quite interesting how things can turn for the better for anyone, and I'm happy for AFRIYIE ACQUAH. He has been doing well, and I think this call-up is the least that he deserves. Another Ghanaian player has also been called up. It's Bechem United 17-year-old attacker. He missed out on the initial 23-man squad, but with Jamie Levelick and other players also possibly missing out, a late call-up has been given to team sensation Prince Edu KWABENA, and he has earned a late call-up. He's currently with the Ghana under-20 side. They are camping, preparing for the WAFU tournament, which will be taking place later this month. So I don't know whether he'll make that switch into the Black Star senior team to join them or what. Probably he will not play an integral part in the squad as many people think. Probably he will not play at all, but it is a great thing to get a call up. Now KWABENA alongside Enim Kujo and Mediames Nana Kofi Babo were the talk of the town back in all inspiration displays despite their youthful age in the just truncated Ghana Premier League season. Now his call up comes shortly after the FA president indicated that AKONNOR would include local players in the national team at the right time, and it seems the gaffer feels this is the appointed time to introduce players plying their trade in the local terrain despite lack of activity due to the COVID-19 pandemic. So these two players, AFRIYIE ACQUAH and Bechem United Prince Edu KWABENA, those two have been brought into the Black Stars fold. They will be in the camp with the Black Stars as they prepare to face down in a double header. Your thoughts on them? Let me know it in the comment box. My next story has to do with the Confederation of African Football. And now CAF, in light of what COVID-19 has caused across the continent, the CAF president has tested for COVID-19 and is still in recovery, have introduced some guidelines for the teams preparing to face each other in the AFCON qualifiers. And now the qualifiers, according to CAF, should be played behind closed doors with strict COVID-19 protocols observed. And now the media teams will be limited, and NSA have also said that, but CAF has also put a caveat there about the spectators that can be allowed into the stadium. 500 tickets was what was reported for the Ghana versus Sudan game at Cape Coast. And it says that Ghana will have to seek permission with these guidelines they introduce here, the essential guidelines for the games and players. Now it says each team or each match must be played. Each match straightforward. At this point, there's nothing that can be done. We can't put our lives on pause because of COVID. Basically, that's what CAF is saying. Spectator attendance. Now, according to CAF's COVID protocol, all matches must be played behind closed doors without spectators. It's also put in a caveat here saying, however, if the government of the host association wants spectators to be present, then the association in question will need to obtain CAF's approval. In the event of exceptional circumstances or situations other than those mentioned above, the organizing committee will be consulted for a final decision. The objective of the emergency measures is to supervise the resumption of football on the continent by defining a plan which places an emphasis on the players and the game. These specific rules may be revised according to developments on this health situation in the world and specifically on the African continent. So CAF there with those guidelines which are pretty straightforward about spectator attendance. If the government feels that they can allow a few people in there, COVID cases are not as overwhelming as it is in the places like UK, Belgium and the United States. UK, which have issued a lockdown, Belgium I heard have also issued a lockdown. So CAF there saying no spectators should be at the stadium. But if you think you can allow spectators, you have to seek permission, and a limited number will be allowed. Ghana here, 15,000 capacity stadium at Cape Coast will be taking 500 people at the stadium. So it's going to be nicely spaced out, and I think everything should go on smoothly. At this point, we can't keep postponing games. 2022 is not that far off. It's just a year away. And we haven't played match day 3 and 4. Match day 3 and 4 will give us a clearer picture of the teams that will be going into the AFCON proper. So it's essential that we play in November now and now. So that has been it for today. AFRIYIE ACQUAH has been given a call up into other Ghana Black Stars along with young star Prince Edu KWABENA, and CAF's guidelines to ensure safety when playing the AFCON qualifiers. Let me know your thoughts in the comments box. I'll see you guys in the next one. Enjoy your day.